Alright, now that we're back, I'm going to quickly show you how to properly use the build against these golems. So you're going to start out with your 1. Orb of Wrath is not that powerful, as you can see. It's hitting for a couple hundred, a couple thousand, but it does apply that burn every once in a while off of a critical hit. And then it pops the AoE. So as you can see, it's not a very efficient way of killing. The Scepter's been one of the weakest weapons for the Guardian ever since it was first released. And trying to overcome its weakness is very difficult, because we are one of the worst range classes in the game. And to try to play one efficiently, we have to really focus on our main abilities. Orb of Wrath is a slow-moving orb, and it does low damage to a single target at 1,200 meter range. This is probably the longest range. This is the longest range you'll ever get to as a Guardian. Other classes will extend up to 1,500 with talents, so this is about where you should be with your ranged attacks. Your smite will be another 1,200 range, but it has a 200 meter radius around the target and does an AoE damage. Very great when you're doing fortress sieges and you need to kill a lot of enemies. It does a lot of damage, as you could tell, and you can still attack while you're doing it. Granted, it doesn't last long. Unlike other weapons, all the cooldowns on the Scepter are fairly quick, which then brings us to Chains of Light. Chains of Light will make them unable to move and give them vulnerability. So I would generally come into a fight, I'll pop that, and now I'll pop Smite. Smite is a really, really powerful ability for doing consistent damage because it does a lot of quick damage, as you can see. Then we have our Ray of Judgment. Ray of Judgment comes from our Scepter, and it's a very unusual ability and one that you'll have to get used to. Pass the ray over foes and allies, and foes are damaged and blinded while allies are regenerated and cure one condition. It's very hard to control this ability, but it's very useful if you can chain it properly, because if I pop this, it's going to bounce off me and go back to him. Why did it do that? Because I was closer to him than he was to this guy. And it also does not like to go all over the place. I mean, yeah, I can actually probably get it to bounce off of these 3. However, it's not that efficient because I want to be able to get myself regeneration from the ability. That's what makes it very useful. And then your last ability from the Scepter is called Shield of Wrath. It will block the next 3 attacks. If the shield is not destroyed, it explodes. So if it'll block up to 3 attacks, and if it has any 1 attack left, it'll still explode. And this is what happens. It'll explode for about a small amount of damage, but it's a very good way to defend yourself, especially in PvP. So as you can see, I can enter combat, and I can start popping Smite and all my other attacks, and then I can push them back. This is without using my weapons, my mystic weapons, which is why we're going to come up here, and I'm going to challenge one of these NPCs up here to a duel. And I say, always a good match is between the warrior. Warriors are always tough to kill, no matter who you are. So they're always a good one to target. And I don't like dealing with the stupid lasers and other weird guys. So we're gonna fight the warrior. Well, some of you are gonna say, "Oh, you're gonna have the advantage because your chains have mobilized." Shut up. We don't need stupid arguments right now. So here is the warrior. How will I start this fight? I want to go in, and I want to be able to pop a lot of damage, and then I want to be able to remove him. Unfortunately, you can't really do that with the warrior, because the warrior is smart enough to charge directly in. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to shoot off your 1, and then he's going to try and charge at you. He follows up, and now he does that, and now he's going to try and come at me. I'm going to want to pop this, and now he knocked me down. Did not expect that one. And this is without using any of my weapons. As you can see, their cooldowns are still here, and I've taken some decent amount of damage. He keeps knocking me down with his superior control, but in the end I gain the upper hand and chain him down. Now I pop this and he dies. For what I'm going to want to look for now is I want to be able to fight him again, and we're going to use our spirit weapons. The spirit weapons were one of the main focuses, and I was trying to show you that even without them, you can still hold your own in fights. You just have to play a little bit smarter. I popped Shield of Wrath right before he knocked me down, so that way when I got up, I would still have one and it would explode. So now we have the warrior, and I'm going to use all of my spirit weapons on him to show you that it can be very powerful. I'm going to put my shield up because he's going to knock me down. I'm going to pop this, and then we're going to want to And now they're all in. Now remember, spirit weapons can be hit now, so they're all trying to gang up on him and fight him. Ever since they tried to rework or rebalance, whatever term you want to use here, these spirit weapons, they've only made it harder for us because you can't take away the whole main focus of them as being spirit weapons. And in the end, you can see that he was knocked down due to the damage of the spirit weapons, and I never even had to use a heal. Granted, I took more damage because I was being more reckless. If I wanted to enter the fight and take less damage, what I would recommend doing is going in and summoning them before you enter the fight. That will maximize your damage, but now we're just going to say, for the sake of it, we're going to use Tome of Wrath. Why? Because Tome of Wrath is cool, and then after this, I will end the video because it's going to be repetitive. So, we are going to fight the warrior one last time. We have our sword. We have our tome. Die. Where did that thing just go? Yep. This is kind of the downside of this ultimate. Not that bright. Oh, yeah, this is not ending well. Okay, so due to my own stupidity, I'm thinking that this thing didn't have astronomically huge range. I'm running for it. I know, right? Not a good way to end the video, but we're going to try and kill him. Even with the thief trying to get on us, we're going to try and kill her too. What I'm going to want to do is I'm going to pop my shield for defense. And we're going to have our weapons trying to defend us. So we're going to have them try and pop all their skills, and hopefully we'll be able to take them down. And we might actually be able to do this. And down. We managed to take them both out. Granted, I had to use the heal, but I wasn't expecting to get two in the first place. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions relating to this guide or this build, please ask them in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.